The nice thing about cylinders is that, unlike boxes, any view you shoot it from is the same because it's symmetrical all the way around, right? Okay. So this is what I'm drawing, folks at home. So I'm going to have Cassandra looking at my easel here. All right, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to measure the height and width. I'm just curious. No, that's not my fault. Okay, so there's the height. Now I'm going to measure the widest point. That's not going to work. Never mind. All right, I'm just going to do it. So height, I'm comparing it with the width. The width of this opening is almost as wide as it is tall. You see what I mean? At its widest point. You wouldn't want to measure the narrow point, you would measure the widest point. So if I measure it again, there's my height. My width is, like 5/6 or 7/8 or 6/8 of my height. So I'm going to make the determination that this, see if you can't see that. Where's that horrible purple symbol? There it is. Yes. So I'm going to make my center line. I'm going to say I want it to fit here. So this is about how wide it is compared to the height. Does that make sense? So this is about how wide it is compared to the height. So how would I do that? Well, I'd come back here, or maybe way back here so that I could capture the whole thing. And really, it's pretty darn close to the edge. Now, if I felt that it was going to be not wide enough, what I would simply do is change my height. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay? So now that I've got that, now what I'm going to do is what I've been doing on the boxes, which is finding that angle. So it's an angle, something like this. And one really easy way to do that is make sure that this is the same and make sure that this is the same. That way you know, because of that center line, that you have a symmetrical angle. Does that make sense? Now I've got to measure the ellipse. So that's the top. It looks like it's about 1/3 of my total width. So 1, 2, 3, a little bit wider. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's good. So about right here. Find the center of that. Draw my line across. Look at my body. I'm not, my name is Warren. I'm using very wide sweeping movements. And then I can come in and you can see I'm resting my hand on the page now to give myself a little bit more steadiness. Does that make sense? Now I come down here, make a mark, draw my line straight across. Does that look about the same proportion as that? Yep. Now, if I really wanted to get fancy, I would say, well, you know, I've got this braid loop thing for the weaving here at the top, this ring. And it's going to extend a little bit past. Like so. And then this first braid is about twice of that braid. So 1, 1, 2. See how I'm doing that? So it's just continual measuring. And then the braids or the weaving itself, good grief. You know, we're talking about something like this as far as thickness is concerned. So I would just give myself a pattern all the way down, and you guys don't have to do this. I just want you to get the basic shape. You follow what I mean? And then I've got the ability to come in and set up that grid along the same sort of elliptical curve that I'm seeing at the front edge and the bottom. Does that make sense? Okay, so let's do that non-straight-sided object.